The communist world. Most will think that things here in East do not work well, that the West is better than the East, but I say to you that you are wrong. We have a very efficient economy and political system that I am about to prove. In our system of government, we are a satellite state of the USSR. Therefore, we're integrated into the Communist Defense Alliance, the Warsaw Pact. Under a Socialist Communist Defense Alliance, a republic in which the money and power are in social ownership. There is no competition between people. Our objective is to have the same status and grow by the hand of each other. East Germany is a highly attractive model that has been responsible to the basic needs of the mass of people, and therefore we're democratic in the substantive and original sense of the word. Our economic has developed a lot under the communist regime. Our planned economy system has made production to increase significantly. East Germany has shifted almost half of its total production to other parts of Germany: agricultural products, textiles, products of light industry, such as camera, typewriters, and optical equipment, and purchase of industrial goods and equipments. Our economic stability and growth depends on us staying communist. With collectivization, the point of our communist society is to make everyone feel like a part of a collective. That's why over 90% of our productive assets are collectively and almost entirely publicity owned by the country's citizens. While in West Germany, productive assets remain privately owned, concentrated in a few hands. The economic surplus that people produces on the job goes into a social fund to make the lives of everyone better rather than into the pockets of the shareholders, bondholders, landowners, and bankers. Why do we want to stay East and West? Because here in the East, we are committed to improving the living standards of the mass of people as our first aim, whereas capitalists are organized around the profit maximization as their principal goal, a goal linked to a minority that owns the capital and land and derives its incomes from profits, rents, and interests. That is, the exploitation of the people's labors rather than wages. Secondly, the economic surplus the citizens produce is channeled into making life better for everyone. Whereas in capitalist countries, an economic surplus goes straight to the shareholders, bondholders, landowners, and bankers. Capitalism brings inequality. It creates social division, implicates waste and starvation, and we don't want any of that. East German socialist is more efficient than West German capitalist, producing faster growth rates and being more responsible to the basic needs of its population. Also, real economic growth in all Eastern Europe under the communists is estimated to be higher than in Western Europe under capitalism. We have less crimes, and compared to all capitalist countries, socialist countries have a higher life expectancies, lower levels of infant mortality, and higher levels of literacy. That we need democracy and socialism does not have it. Well, I think that socialism is more democratic than capitalism in these three ways. We have equality, while capitalism, by contrast, produces inequality. As mentioned before, we work toward as much as possible to raise the life conditions of society, which have no other means of existence but the labor of their hands or brains, and which compromise the vast majority of people. Capitalist society, on the other hand, defend and promote the interest of the minority that owns capital. We guarantee economic and social rights. By comparison, capitalist society emphasizes political and civil liberties, protections against majority using its great numbers to encroach upon the privilege of the minority that owns and controls the economy. And this last point is the one we care the most. According to the article number 1, all human beings are born free and equal, in dignity and in rights. We want to improve the life quality of the people. That's why we offer to you, the citizens, generous pensions, guarantee employment, equality of the sexes and substantial wage equality, free healthcare and education, and a growing array of other free and virtually free goods and services. Maybe wages aren't as high as in the West, but a growing number of essential goods and services are free or virtually free. Rents, for example, are very low. As a consequence, there is no evictions and there is no homelessness. Education is free through university, and university students receive stipends to cover living expenses. Healthcare is also free. Childcare is highly subsidized. All these are advantages that we have by being communist system. What's more, everyone has the right to job. There is no unemployment in the GDR. We want everyone to be treated with equality, and we want people to work. Furthermore, we provide free universal healthcare around East Germany to make our goal possible. We are compromised in improving the life standards of our citizens. Communism gives us a lot of advantages. Equality and economic growth are some of them. It also gives us freedom, stability, beyond other things. East Germany needs communism. There has been wars that crushed our country, but we will not surrender. East Germany will rise. We are devoted to enhance the living standards. We care about you and we think about you. That's why we continue being the East. Welcome to the communist world. Wir bleiben Osten, Kommunismus ist besser. East we stay, communist best.